It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 8th of July. I'm Michael Groff. No relief from the heat anytime soon. Temperatures staying above average through the forecast period, and a potentially significant heat event comes in here this weekend with record temperatures possible, and that could continue into early next week. There might be some monsoon moisture to finally talk about moving into the southwest, but don't look for any significant rain anytime soon here in Phoenix. Let's get into it first. Here's the Almanac from yesterday. 111 degrees the afternoon high, 84 the morning low, just a little bit above those normals of 107 and 83. Fortunately, shy of that record high of 118 back in 2017. And outside now here at 9:45 a.m. under a mostly sunny sky, already heating up to 97 degrees at Sky Harbor, but the dew point is snuck up to 56, relative humidity 25%, the winds are light, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures around the area right now, the cool spot 87 up on Thompson Peak. Most spots through the metro are in the 90s, although the triple digits are starting to show up as well. 100 at Litchfield and Goodyear, 103 in South Phoenix. Congratulations, Avondale, 104 degrees. That's the current hot spot. Satellite picture shows clear skies across most of the greater southwestern United States. High pressure remains in control, although troughing up to the north has helped to suppress our ridge just a bit. But we're still going to be cooking today and tomorrow before the ridge really starts to expand by the weekend and heating us up further. On the watch warning map, the big story, yes, it's the heat. Not just here in the southwest, but look at those heat advisories for the upper Mississippi Valley, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, an excessive heat warning for the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, and heat advisories extending through the Great Lakes and into upstate New York. Obviously, here in Phoenix, we have an excessive heat watch in effect. That includes much of south central, southwest Arizona, southeast California, from 10 a.m. Friday through 8 p.m. Monday, and some excessive heat warnings mixed in there over the Mojave Desert as well. Here's the convective outlook for today. The enhanced risk of severe storms, level 3 out of 5 for places like Grand Island and Kearney, Nebraska. The standard slight risk for many of the adjacent areas northeastward towards Sioux Falls, the Twin Cities, Duluth, St. Cloud. Another slight risk zone across parts of New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine of all places. Kind of interesting. Here's the tropics in the East Pacific. We've got a tropical wave out there. That's probably not going to develop. Behind that, we have Tropical Storm Christina. Maximum sustained winds 60 miles per hour. Not going to be a threat to land, at least not a significant threat. This will move off to the west-northwest and harmlessly out to sea. May become a hurricane by tomorrow morning, but shouldn't become too much more than a Category 1, perhaps briefly Category 2 or so. All right, precipitation for the next 7 days, nothing. Here in Phoenix, not much statewide. This dry weather pattern just won't come to an end. Is there anything that could break it? Well, let's take a look at the models, see what's going on here. Here's the GFS, the 12Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Got an upper low over Saskatchewan and a trough across the northern Rockies heading into the northern plains. And down here, it's a 591 ridge. So, down at the surface, mostly sunny skies, just a few high clouds. High temperatures this afternoon, again, 107 to 110. Tonight, mostly clear skies. The air is relatively dry. Dew points should creep up to around 50 or so once again. Overnight lows mostly in the 80s. And then tomorrow, same deal. A few high clouds, but mostly sunny. Hot, high temperatures, 107 to 110. As we go to Friday, the ridge starts to expand. Temperatures will be heating up. Highs 110 to 113 here in Phoenix. A little bit of mid and upper level moisture around for some high clouds. We'll call it partly cloudy. That shouldn't really slow down the heat. I guess there could be an isolated thunderstorm over the higher terrain of eastern Arizona, but even at that, it would be isolated, one of those high-based storms that just produces some lightning and wind. That's about it. Now as we go to the weekend, high pressure continues to intensify. A nearly 600 decameter ridge still shown to develop along the border of New Mexico and Arizona. And so that translates to really hot temperatures. And this is a good time to point out a question that a viewer had yesterday about what tends to be the source of all of our warm air. These hot temperatures that we have, is the air advected in from someplace else? Is it brought in from somewhere? Or are there other factors? Why does it get so hot? Well, you have to think of high pressure as a big dome, a heat dome. And the higher up that dome goes into the atmosphere, the hotter it's going to get because air is forced downward away from the center of an area of high pressure. And the more that air sinks, the more it is compressed. And the more an air is compressed, the hotter it gets. So that's why when we see these ridges building up toward 597 to 600 decameters, we get such intense heat. Another factor, though, will be some high clouds we have around and just a little bit of surface moisture. Dew points could be up into the low mid-50s, something like that. Some mid and high level clouds around, partly cloudy skies for this weekend. And that may help to keep temperatures a couple of degrees shy of where they would otherwise get. Of course, there are other factors too, like the sun angle, which is still very high here in early to mid-July, and that soil moisture, which remains extremely low. Thus, we have our rather high fire danger across the southwest. So when you put it all together, this is still going to be a significant heat event. We're going with highs 113 to 116 in the official forecast that I put out here. But I would not be surprised if we snuck up to 117 or so on one of these days. The European model, which tends to be a little cool biased normally, is actually pushing us up toward 118 on Sunday. So let's hope that that does not verify. All right, that's the weekend. Now, even on Monday, I think temperatures may fall back a couple of degrees, but we're still going to be toasty. Highs pretty close to 111 to 114. Tuesday, partly sunny, highs 107 to 111. A subtle increase in monsoon moisture continues for the eastern part of the state. Widely scattered mountain thunderstorms there. Here's a week from today. This is Wednesday the 15th, troughing over the northern plains, a ridge in the southern plains states. We're kind of on the western periphery of that. Still a bit of moisture will sneak its way in here. Ideally, you'd want to see that ridge building over the Four Corners or perhaps across Utah, Colorado, maybe even into southern Wyoming to get that east-southeasterly flow in here. Instead, it's kind of a southerly flow and it's fairly weak. But if we do get disturbances that rotate around that, or maybe an inverted trough, that could help to enhance storm activity. But it's just too far out to talk about those kind of subtle features right now. And going out 10 days to the end of the forecast period, this is Friday the 17th. A ridge continues over the southern plains, a south-southeasterly flow aloft for us. Widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across the central and eastern part of the state. Kind of a low-grade monsoon. Confidence in this forecast solution, not that great. But many of the global models are trending with at least a low-grade monsoon forecast out here. So that's, I guess, somewhat good news. Certainly a break from the excessive heat would be likely. Okay, looking at precipitation coming off of the GFS ensemble, and about half of the members show precipitation in here over the next couple of weeks. Temperatures off of the national blend of models, 110 tomorrow. Oh boy, 117 on Sunday. Yeah, that sticks out like a sore thumb. And then readings cooling off thereafter. Okay, that'll do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click that notification bell so that whenever we post a brand new video, you'll be alerted. Your comments, questions, and suggestions, your hate, your vitriol, also encouraged as well. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Be safe, stay cool out there, drink plenty of water, and watch your kids around the swimming pool. You guys have yourselves a fantastic Wednesday.